Obviously an excellent result in the Cup on Saturday. How pleased were you to get through?
In Cup it's always about getting through to the next round, and obviously we had a tough few weeks before that, and it was just getting back to winning ways, and we've done that with a clean sheet as well, so good.
When we spoke to the guys after the game, to Chris Mockery and to Rhys, they were talking about the conditions. An awfully hot day to be playing football.
It was really difficult, but that's when we need to manage the game, pass the ball about, make the Queen of the South players tired, and I thought we've done that really well.
Your personal performances the last few weeks have been really, really good. Everyone's mentioned it. How have you felt yourself during the games?
I've been enjoying playing my football. I've got a run of games thanks to the Gaffer and myself. It's just my job now to stay in the team, and it's my jersey to lose.
You can sort of see every game that your confidence is really, really high, and it's growing. There was a few moments on Saturday, quick feet, getting by players. You look like you're just enjoying yourself.
That's it, the main thing, just going out there playing with a smile on my face and enjoying my football, and that's when I'm at my best.
We obviously will now be back to the league campaign. How important is it, having got the draw, the kind of comeback draw against Hamilton and then a victory, that we get back to winning ways in the actual league competition?
It shows great character from the boys, even at 2-0 down at Hamilton, 10 minutes to go, and we managed to get a point, and then Queen of the South we go and win. We're just trying to pick up 3 points and keep the momentum going.
What kind of match are you expecting from Falkirk? Obviously they'll be disappointed to get knocked out as early as they did on penalties at the weekend, but they've started the league campaign really, really well. What's the sort of expectations for the game?
We'll be a good side, we know that. We'll do our work on them, but we're also a good side and we're at home as well, at our pitch. So we'll just try and implement our style of play throughout the game, and hopefully we can win the game. When
we spoke to Rhys, we mentioned the kind of difference when we play with, you know, front foot football, and we get at teams that were a very dangerous team to play against. How important is it to balance that just with the control, to avoid the odd silly mistake that crept in a few games ago?
It's just individual mistakes that will come during the season. It's a new squad, as everyone can see. We're just trying to gel together, but games like this, it's at home, we always want to start fast, first 10 minutes, turn them, start fast, get in their faces and play the game in their half, and then once the game's settled down, then we control and play our style.
You're talking about that the fairly new squad, obviously big turnover in the summer. You're one of the players that was here last season, so you're already kind of embedded in. How are the new guys settling, and what's the kind of gelling in the squad like?
They're good. We're training every single day. We're doing loads of patterns of play, shaping, just to kind of get to know each other on the pitch, and I thought we've been doing well.
I think you mentioned the kind of spirit and the kind of fighting spirit to come back from that defeat. That sort of thing must help bond you all together as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just Big Reedy getting his first goal, great for him, and then Muzz as well getting his first goal, so I'm just delighted for them.
Of course, you've already got a goal, having scored last season, a cracker to win the game at Dunfermline. You very nearly looked like you were going to get another one at the weekend there. Is that something you're thinking about, trying to add to the goal tally?
Yeah, I want to add goals and assists to my game more regularly than I have been doing. When I play higher up the pitch, I just need to get into those positions and arrive late into the box and hopefully score.
Well, like I said, you've been playing brilliantly up to now. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. Good luck. Thanks, Gavin.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Rhys, obviously still really pleased with how things went on Saturday, clean sheet, 3 goals, but back to league business now. What are you expecting from Saturday's game against Falkirk?
Tough game. They're obviously on the back of a really positive season last year, started the season well, so under no illusions that it'll be a tough game, but like you say, one that we're really looking forward to.
They obviously, like ourselves, have come up from the division below and made an impact in the league. How impressed have you been with their start?
Very good. Like I say, I can kind of say through experience firsthand, it's not easy to come up through League One and try and kind of impose your kind of ideas and whatever in the new league. But to be fair to them, they've kept a lot of the core and the players that were with them obviously in League One. So it's not like they've had a huge turnover in terms of personnel. So it tells you that they've been working hard. They've managed to build a kind of spirit. Obviously used to winning games from last year. They've kicked on early part of the season really well. So as I said, under no illusion it'll be a tough game. Obviously we'll be looking to take advantage of the home crowd and the home advantage and put in a really, really solid performance like we did Saturday.
They'll be frustrated to have gone out of the Cup as early as they have, particularly in a local derby against lower league opposition. Expecting that to have any impact on them in the league business?
Not too sure. I think obviously they had a few changes in personnel. I don't know if it's either resting a few players or due to kind of injuries or circumstances. But as you say, that's never never easy or pleasant to lose a kind of derby, and I'm sure they'll be frustrated having gone out on in the manner of penalty kicks. But like I said, league business is totally different, and we'll approach it with the same mindset that we do always, to analyse and see if there's an area and what areas we can go and exploit.
As you mentioned, there's still a number of players in the Falkirk squad who were with them the last time we crossed swords. Do you think that's going to have any bearing on it? Will they be coming here with an extra point to prove, or will that all be very much in the past after the kind of very handsome playoff victory we had the last time we played them?
I don't know. That's a question that you probably have to ask them. In terms of personnel, we've played against them a numerous times, both home and away. But one thing I can say is obviously they've kind of changed in terms of their mindset and stuff. Last year they had a really real positive season. They've kicked on, and I think they're a much better team than the team that we played in League One, albeit a lot of the personnel still remains the same. So that's probably testament to the work that obviously the manager and the staff have implemented over the course of the off season and last season. But as we said, it's things that we know in terms of personnel and boys that have played against for 3-4 years now, as well as adding in one or two additions like they have. So we're a change side as well. We've got a few changes. So listen, it'll be a tough game. They're obviously started really well at the top end of the table. So it'll be a really, really exciting kind of tough fixture.
A lot of positives to take from the last two games, not just the Queen of the South victory, but the comeback draw at Hamilton. So important to try and get back to winning ways in the league as quickly as we can. Of
course, it's always the mindset. I think Saturday's kind of result and victory was really, really pleasing. We kept a clean sheet. 3-0 probably going on maybe 4 or 5, comfortable. Mox has a chance to go around the goalkeeper and put it in, probably an easier finish. But it was testament to how well he done. He was excellent. He's took a little bit of time from coming in last year, having not played regularly, having an operation on his ankle, so building that fitness up. But you've seen the quality that he has when you get him firing, fit and healthy. He's a real asset, and I thought he was excellent on Saturday, so we'll be looking for him to kind of continue that form going into Saturday. But as I said, league business, it's more a case of we get the head down, we're here at home, so try and use every wee bit of advantage that we can and try and go and put a positive performance and a win together.
You talked about it at the weekend, the kind of difference when we play on the front foot with that kind of assertiveness and energy and really going at teams. I suppose that's what you're looking to see carry through now from that game into the next games that follow.
Aye, but it's not just a case of you go gung-ho and you just approach the game. I think it's subtle tweaks. I think we're a better team in general because we're a team that's full of energy and kind of movement and rotations, and certainly the top end of the pitch and in midfield. So if we get that balance right in terms of being hard to beat, have that kind of stubbornness, defensive unit, as well as having that luxury and freedom to go and attack with kind of solid rotations, we get that blend well. We play well and we perform well. That's kind of no coincidence. Saturday was a big show of that. I think the boys who played and even the lads that came on had a kind of bit between their teeth, that they were hungry to go and keep the intensity and keep the enthusiasm into the game, which was really pleasing from my end. I said after the game it would have been easy to gain kind of comfortable advantage 2 and 3 and almost sit off the game, but credit to the boys who came on and their mindset in terms of they were desperate to come on and try and either get a goal for themselves or maintain the high energy levels that the boys previously showed. So we're looking for more of that going forward, but again it comes down to confidence. You come off the back of a few poor results, and always your confidence is going to be a little bit lower in comparison to when you're winning games of football. Look at Falkirk, for example. The confidence is high, they're riding that wave, and there'll be a time where they lose a game of football, and it's how you react from that. So we're in the same boat, and obviously Saturday coming off the back of a good performance as well as the result is very, very pleasing.
To be fair, you've never moaned about it, but the injury list picture's starting to look a wee bit rosier now.
Aye, no point in moaning, nothing you can do about it. So we're getting boys back fit. Aaron Reid getting a good 60 odd minutes, Lewis McGregor coming back on, getting a goal as well, impacting the game. Thinking else, Cammy Bruce coming back in after nursing kind of a bit of tendinitis in his knee. Mason to come back in into the picture. Pretty much your squad's looking quite healthy again, and you're looking at a headache and a good kind of depth in the squad, as opposed to one or two who are nursing the injuries and almost making it difficult because they're not 100% fit when they're on the bench. So slowly but surely we're getting there, but it's a process. It takes a little bit of time, and sometimes you just got to be patient.
Well, hopefully we're all fit and firing come Saturday, and we'll see you there. Thanks,
Cheers.
Rhys.
Thank you.